Hello everyone. So in this video, we will learn about text. How do we write a text in gamelab? How do we resize it? How do we format it? Formatting means how do we give it different fonts and different colors? And then finally, how do we resize it? And while learning all these concepts, we will create an amazing animation. So let me share the animation that we will be creating at the end of this video. This is what we will achieve at the end of this video. It is a very nice animation. You can actually use this to create animated birthday cards, or you can use this as one of your school projects as well. So what we are waiting for, let's get started. Before getting started, I want to request everybody to please subscribe to my channel, share it with your friends, and let's get started now. So the very first step is to log into your code.org account, code.org, and click on sign in. If you do not have a code.org account, there is a video on my channel. Please take a look and you should be able to create an account in code.org and all good to get started. So sign into your code.org. I was already signed in, so that's okay. Click on create a gamelab project. Okay, so create a gamelab project. First thing, whenever you are starting any project, make sure to rename it. This way you will remember what you had done in this project, and your changes will also not be lost. So I'm naming it as text animation project and I click on save. Okay, so it is now saved. Whenever you create a gamelab project, this function draw comes automatically. We will see about this function draw as well later on. But before that, we will see how do we draw or how do we write a text in gamelab. Click on drawing. So the kids who are just starting from block-based programming to text programming, they can still go ahead and use blocks. And the kids who have got hold of the text-based programming, they can actually use text as well. Or you can use a combination as well. Like, whenever you have got some confusion or doubt, switch back to block. And when you feel comfortable, switch to text. This way, you will eventually get into the text-based programming. Okay, so let's get started. You can find the text block here. This is the text block. This text block, when you put it, it is actually taking 3 parameters, but in fact, it takes 5 parameters. Okay, so something like this, 50 and 50. Let me tell you what are these 5 parameters. The first parameter is the text, which we want to display. The second parameter is the X coordinate. The third parameter is the Y coordinate. And fourth parameter is the width, and the fifth parameter is the length. Width and length for text. Why do we need width and length? I believe all of you must be surprised about it, right? So let me show you. Example, this is my MS Paint window. Okay, I want to write a text here. I click on A. All of you must be familiar. What we are doing first of all? First of all, we are creating the area or creating a rectangle inside which my text will be written. Okay, so here I am writing, say for example, happy birthday in this text area. Like this. Okay, so whatever we write here will be enclosed inside this rectangle. If I'm changing the size of this rectangle, you can see how this text is actually adjusting itself within the rectangle area. So this is called wrapping of the text, and this rectangle is useful in case we want to wrap the text. In case we want it to be within a limited area, we should actually always give the length and breadth of the rectangle. And what are X and Y coordinate? X and Y coordinate are the coordinate of the top left corner of my rectangle. So this one, okay, as it is actually similar to when we create a rectangle in gamelab, and the X and Y coordinates are the coordinates of top left corner of the rectangle. Here also X and Y coordinates are the coordinates of top left corner of the rectangle, and W and L are the width and the height of the rectangle where it will be inscribed. Okay, so let's see it. What does it mean? What does it mean by this line number 2? Text happy birthday 0, 15, 50, 50. It means at the position 0, 15. 0 and 15. 15 will be, somewhere here only. 0, 15. Write the text happy birthday. That should be wrapped within a rectangle of width 50 and length 50. So let's run this program and see. You can see this happy birthday is coming here. This is actually 0 and 15. Let's change this to 15 and 15 maybe and see. Okay, this font looks very, very small. So how do we increase the font? If we want to resize the text size, this is the command, text size. Okay, this should always be before when we are writing the text. Otherwise, it will be applicable only for the text commands that will follow it. Okay, so say, for example, we are saying now text size 20. Let's try out with 20 and see how does it works. So we have this happy birthday. Text size has increased to 20. Let's try out 50 now. So do you see this is not coming completely? Why? Because my rectangle, which is supposed to wrap it, is actually small, very small to accommodate this big text. So we will have to now increase the rectangle where it will be accommodated. 30, and let's try it out. Happy birthday. Okay. Okay. If we want a bigger font, we will have to further increase the size of this rectangle. Something like this. Yeah, something like this. Now you see this birthday is actually coming in the next line. If we want it to come in the same line, then we will have to increase the length of this rectangle. So let me make it 220 and see how does it works. No, it needs to be even bigger. Yeah. See, when I said 400, it is actually taking the entire length. So this is how we can write a text. Now the text has been written. We want to format it. Let me show you how this text size actually works. So now I am changing the text size to 30 and I am putting another text message. You can actually do a copy paste as well. Happy birthday, dear friend. Okay, dear friend, I want at another location so that we can change the X and Y coordinate to, say, for example, 50 and 15 should be good enough. And then this is 400 and 100. Let's try it out. Okay, this is coming on top of it only. So now what I will have to do, I will have to change the X and Y coordinates. So this is, see, X is 50 and 15. What I should increase? I should now increase the Y coordinate. So I will increase the Y coordinate to maybe 100. Reset and run it. Yes. Happy birthday, dear friend. You can see this happy birthday is actually coming in bigger size and dear friend is coming in a smaller size. Why? Because before this text command, we have again changed the size of the text from 50 to 30. Okay, so that was about how do we write a text in GameLab. Now, next thing is how do we give it a font? How do we give it a font or how do we format it? So for this, we have this command text font. And this text font will actually take the name of the font which we want this to take up. Now, the question could be, how do we understand which font it will take? So what you can do, basically, you can Google and you can try to search for the HTML fonts available or available fonts in HTML. Okay. When you search for available fonts in HTML, you will get the list of all the fonts that are available in HTML and that actually you can use in your programming as well. So say, for example, I'm picking this impact. And another way could be if you have this WinWord, actually in all the Microsoft platforms, you will have this Microsoft Word by default. Open a blank document and you can pick the fonts from here. Okay. You can pick the font names from here. So here maybe let me pick this elephant. Let me see how does it goes. So I will go back to my program. Okay, so now I can give it this font, elephant. Let's see how does it. Yeah. I will have to reduce the size a little bit. Okay, so the font has changed now. Similarly, whenever we want to change a font, we will have, this has to be before the text command. So now my both the texts have got different fonts, happy birthday and dear friends. So we learn how do we write a text. We saw how do we give it a different size. And we also saw how do we give it a different font. Now what next? Next, we want to see how do we give it a different color. So how do we give a different color to text? There is a command fill, which we have used to give color to our ellipses and rectangle. Same command we can use here as well. Okay, so I want this to be yellow. Let's see how does it looks like now. Okay, so this is yellow. Now if I want a border, that is, we can use a stroke. So let me put a red border here. Okay. Let me put up a red border. Now, again, if I want to change the color of the second text, we can do this, but it has to be before when we are writing the text command. So I can say blue and stroke maybe yellow this time. So let's try to run it. Okay, yes. So you can see how we can give color to our text, how we can give it borders, and how we can actually change the fonts as well. What next? Next, we want to put the animation. So here we will discuss a little bit about this draw function. What this draw function does. This draw function is actually infinite loop. It runs an infinite loop. Whatever you write inside this draw function, it will keep on running till the lifetime of this program, or till the lifetime this execution is going on. Okay, so say for example, if I write something here, if I write here console.log hello, so you will see this hello will be keep on printing the entire time. This will keep on printing always, always, and always. So let me reset and run it. You can see hello, hello, hello. It keeps on printing hello, hello, hello till the program execution is going on. And what will happen if I put this console.log outside? It will just be printed once. It means this command is actually getting executed only and only once if it is not inside draw function. But if it is inside draw function, this command or any command, whatever we put inside draw, will keep on executing. The set of instruction will keep on executing when they are inside draw function. So we don't want this. I had just put it for the understanding purpose. So what do we want now? We want to create a animated text. So to create an animated text, what we will have to do, something like this. If you want to create, you can see my font size was smaller first, and then it keeps on growing and growing. So okay, I will move this dear friend. We don't want this. We will be putting the animation only on one text so that, it is more visible and better understandable. So what we will have to do, first thing, when we are increasing the size of the font, if something is changing, what do we use? If something is changing, we use variables, right? So for text size, we will choose a variable now. Variable size, we can name it anything. Here I am naming it size. So initially I am keeping the size, say for example, as 10. Okay, and what else we will have to change? We will also have to change the width and length of the rectangle. So initially, let me try keeping the width as 50. Let me see if it will work or not. And length, let me try keeping again 50. Okay, so now when we are using this text command, instead of using this 200, we will use now W and L. Okay. And when we are setting the command, instead of giving any value, we will use size. So let's run it and see. Okay. So we have this happy birthday here, happy birthday written here. Now we want to keep it growing, keep it increasing, and keep it coming again and again. So because we want it keep on coming again and again, definitely this needs to go inside. This text function needs to go inside the draw function. So let me reset and run. This is coming only once. Actually, this is not coming once. This is being printed again and again at the same place. So we are not able to see any difference. So what we will have to do now, let's change the size. So we can say mention size is equals to size plus 2. Okay. And we will also have to change the width and length of the rectangle where it is inscribed. So we can say W is equals to, I'm just trying it with W is equals to W plus 10 and length is equals to length plus 10. We will see if we will have to change these values later. So we have defined these variables, we have changed the values, but we will also have to set the text size again here. Okay, so we can say text size we are changing now once it is declared. So we change the text size. So you can see now we are having a effect as if my font size keeps on growing, but we are also seeing the shadow. What is this shadow? This shadow is actually what is happening. One happy birthday is written on top of that, another happy birthday is written. So like that. And it is not getting erased. If we want to get it erased, what we will have to do, we will have to keep on changing the backgrounds as well. The backgrounds are not changing. So we can give it any color. White was also fine, but we will have to keep on repainting the background with each and every time this draw function is executed. Okay, so you can see, right? Now it is not giving any shadow. Why? Because my every time we are writing text, my background is being repainted. Do create your own animation, create your own greeting cards, and stay tuned for the next video. See you soon. Bye-bye.